Hi guys, welcome to this fifth tutorial in this series of programming Arduino. In this tutorial, we're gonna learn how to interface an LCD with Arduino. Liquid crystal displays or LCDs are alphanumerical like this one, but there are other graphical LCDs that can display graphical images. These LCDs are frequently used in microcontroller-based applications. This module is usually monochrome and comes in different shapes and size, usually with character length of 8, 16 like this one, 20, 24, 32 and 40 can display in one line, 2 lines or 4 lines. In this example, we are using a 16 by 2, so it can display 16 character in 2 lines. This LCD usually has 16 pins. The first pin is the VSS, which is the LCD ground pin. It's gonna be connected to the ground pin of the Arduino. We're gonna use this small breadboard. Ground is gonna be connected to the ground of the Arduino. The second pin is the power supply. VDD should be connected to 5 volt. Gonna connect it to 5 volt of Arduino. The third pin is the contrast pin of the LCD. We usually connect it with a variable resistor so that by adjusting this variable resistor, we can adjust the contrast of the LCD. So this VO pin is going to be connected to the middle pin of the variable resistor, and the other pins of the resistor will be connected to plus 5 volt and ground. The fourth pin is RS pin. We can connect it to any digital pin of the Arduino. In this case, we're going to connect it to pin 12. The fifth pin is RW pin, which is write read data pin. As we're not gonna read anything from the LCD, we can connect this pin to ground. The next pin is the enable pin. You can also connect it to any digital pin of your Arduino. In this example, we're gonna connect it to pin 11. Pin 7 to pin 10 are the lower data lines, data bit 0, bit 1, bit 2, and bit 3. You can connect these pins if you are using your LCD in 8-bit mode. In this example, we're gonna use it in 4-bit mode, so we're gonna ignore these pins. We're not gonna connect anything on these pins. We're gonna use the upper data lines, which is gonna be D4, D5, D6, and D7. You can connect this to any digital pin of your Arduino. In this case, D4 is gonna be connected to digital pin 5, D5 to D4, D6 to D3, and D7 to D2. Pin 15 is the LED power supply pin. Is used if the backlight is needed. As with any LED, we're gonna connect a series resistor. Usually we can use a 220 ohms series resistor and connect it to positive supply. And the last pin, pin 16, is the LED ground pin. We're gonna connect it to ground. Let us go to the Arduino Liquid Crystal library. This library allows an Arduino board to control a liquid crystal display based on the Hitachi HD44780 or compatible chipset. This controller is found on most text-based LCDs. This library works in either 4 or 8-bit mode. These are the functions that you can use with this library. We've got the liquid crystal. This function is used to initialize the connections of the LCD. It creates a variable of type liquid crystal. You can specify to control the LCD in either 8-bit or 4-bit mode. So if you are using it in 4-bit mode, you can omit D0 to D7. You can leave these lines unconnected, and the RW pin can be tied to ground instead of connecting to a pin on the Arduino, so you can omit it from these functions. These are the syntax, how you can use this liquid crystal function. So in this first scenario, the RS, you can specify which Arduino pin is going to be connected to RS. The second one is going to be the enable pin. The third one, D4, D5, D6, and D7. If you want to use the RW pin, this is how the syntax should look like. And if you want to use your LCD in 8 data lines, this is how you can include D0 up to D7. In our example, we're going to connect the LCD RS pin to digital pin D12. The enable pin, we're going to connect it to D11. The data pin D4, we're going to connect it to D5. The LCD D5, we're going to connect it to D4. The LCD D6, we're going to connect it to D3. and the LCD D7, we're gonna connect it to D2. The RW pin, we're gonna connect it to ground, so we're not gonna specify it in this LCD crystal function. And all you need to do, so the next function is begin. This function initializes the LCD and specifies the dimensions, the width and the height of the display. All you need to do is to say lcd.begin and specify the columns and the row. In our example, because we are using a 16 by 2 line LCD, so we're gonna specify lcd.begin 16 and 2. The other function that we can use is lcd clean. This function clears the display and position the cursor in the upper left corner. So all you need to do is to say lcd.clear. The next function is home. This function sets the cursor to the upper left corner of the LCD. All you need to do is to say lcd.home. You can go through all these functions so that you can learn how you can use them. In this tutorial, we're just gonna use few functions, so we're not gonna go through all these functions. You can go through them on your own. The next function that is gonna be important to us is gonna be the print function. This function print text to the LCD. So if you wanna write something to the LCD, you can use this function. This is a syntax. You can just write lcd.print and specify the data that you want to print. It can be as a character, it can be a byte, it can be an int, a long, or a string. You can also use the base, but this is optional, the base in which to print the numbers. So if you want to print the binary number, you can use base 2. For decimal is base 10, for octal is base 8, and hexadecimal is base 16. In our example, we're going to display 2 times 16 LCD display on the first line of our LCD. To do that, we're gonna say lcd.print, then you're gonna specify the text to be printed on our LCD. If you wanna write the text directly, you have to write your text under 2 double quote. You can also write the variable directly. The second function that we're gonna use in this tutorial is set cursor. This function sets the position of the LCD cursor. In this function, we can specify in which column and row we want to display our data. Note that the numbering of columns and rows starts from 0. So if you want to display on the top left corner of your LCD, then the column is going to be 0 and the row is going to be 0. In our example, on the second line of the LCD, we're going to display student companion. So in our void loop, we're gonna write student companion on the second line of our LCD. We're gonna say lcd.cursor 0 and the row is gonna be 1 and the message to print is gonna be student companion. Because this is not gonna change, we could also put it under the setup function. But for this example, we're just gonna put it under the loop function. Let us verify our code. Let us run our simulation. Display 2 times 16 LCD display on the second line, student companion. If you wanna display some number, you can also just write them directly. You're gonna display LCD print 12. Verify. Run the simulation. You can see display 12 on the first line. If you wanna use a variable, you can just declare a variable int count and the value is gonna be 20. And instead of writing LCD print 12, we're just gonna write LCD print count and it's gonna print the content of our variable. Verify, run the simulation. You can see it still display 20 on the first line and student companion on the second line. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel to receive more tutorials. And I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Thank you.